Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite podcast lesson straight from the heart. Happiness. It's the one thing we all chase, the one thing we believe we need to truly live. But what if I told you that most of what we believe about happiness is a lie? Today's story is about the day I learned that happiness isn't something we find, it's something we create. When I was younger, I believed happiness was something you got once you had everything figured out. I thought it came with success, with money, with achieving big dreams. I told myself, one day, when I have the perfect life, I'll finally be happy. So I spent years chasing it, always thinking it was just one step away. Then one day, I reached a goal I had been working toward for years. I should have felt on top of the world, but instead, all I could think was, what's next? The happiness I thought I'd feel didn't last. And that scared me. If achieving my dreams didn't bring me lasting happiness, what would? One afternoon, I met an old man at a cafe. He had nothing fancy, no expensive watch, no designer clothes. But he had this calmness, this joy that radiated from him. I asked him, "What's your secret to being happy?" He said with a smile,
My young friend, happiness isn't in things. It isn't in places. It isn't in the future. Happiness is in how you live today.
That moment changed everything. Happiness wasn't a destination. It wasn't something I had to wait for. It was in the small moments, the little choices, the way I saw life every single day. How many of us believe happiness is somewhere out there, always just beyond our reach? We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I get that job, when I find the right person, when I have more money. But what if happiness isn't in the future? What if it's in the way we wake up in the morning, the conversations we have, the way we choose to see the world? Because happiness isn't something we find, it's something we create. Now, let's hear from one of our viewers, Caleb, who spent years chasing happiness until he discovered where it really was.
For years, I told myself I'd be happy once I had my dream job. I worked long hours, sacrificed friendships, ignored my health, all for that moment. And when I finally got there, it didn't feel how I thought it would. I was exhausted, disconnected, and still searching for something more. One day, I had lunch with my grandmother, and she said, "Caleb, happiness isn't something you wait for. It's in front of you every day. You just have to notice it." That conversation changed my life. I started slowing down, appreciating the small things, and for the first time, I felt truly happy.
Caleb's story reminds us that happiness isn't waiting for us in some distant future. It's here now, in the life we are already living. Now I ask you, what's something small, something simple, that makes you happy today? Is it a conversation? A favorite song? A quiet moment in the morning? Share your story in the comments, because happiness grows when we recognize it. If this story spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe for more daily stories that remind us of what truly matters. Turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And if someone you know is searching for happiness, share this with them. It might be the reminder they need. Straight from the heart, where stories shape destiny. Follow at Maildopsy on all major platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, Threads, and X. New episodes daily. Stay tuned. Remember, life is a story. Let's tell it together.